Hello and welcome back, guys. I'm Tarot Psychic Lovejoy, and today I'm going to do Pisces. Hello, Pisces. I'm going to do your reading today. Today is Friday the 29th of April. I have the Knight of Cups, And with the Knight of Cups, I've seen there's a lot of blaming going on and a lot of objectives regarding that. I believe there's a lot of disharmony to do with maybe family or friends or work issues where a lot is being put on your shoulders. But part of it is because you agreed that you was going to do these things for these people, family, friends, co-workers, after they've helped you out with their favors, your favors, And now you tend to draw back on helping those who need you when you needed them, which isn't really good. Now, I see there's a lot of responsibility because I have the responsibility card. It feels like too much for you to bear. You really don't know what to do because you feel torn. Which way should I go? Who should I sort out first? Some of it, I think, is to do with finances, that you owe certain people money and you don't know which one to give money to. Not just that, they're all on your case because they feel that they've been waiting a long time for you to actually help them out. And it's getting them frustrated. Now, the next card we have Kisses. We have unconditional love, giving and receiving of affection. So maybe as well, you feel like you need some love and affection and understanding from people that you owe these money or financial situations to, or favors, because they've been hammering your head down with all these responsibilities that you have to take part. But what you've got to understand, Pisces, if you ask for favors, you are expected to pay those favors back. But yet still, you have a tendency to not give back those favors, which is a bad trait that you tend to have sometimes. This doesn't resonate with everyone. There are some Pisces that are like that because they can't control the way they are sometimes. They want help, but they're not good at giving it back. That's the problem. They can be self-absorbed at times. Not a bad thing. We all have our different traits, but it's only because they cannot deal with having to do the favors back. They expect it to be given to them without having to pay back, because especially when they don't have the finances to give it back to you. When you do help out a person, there is a choice that you make. You help them and you may get the money back, or you help them and you may get a loss. So there is a choice. There wasn't no contract. There wasn't an agreement. So this is not bad on Pisces. It's not their fault. If someone offers to help you and they helped you, you can't always expect that they're definitely going to give it back to you, because there is no contract. There's nothing binding saying that you have to do it legally. If you don't do it, then it is what it is. So you can't really blame Pisces for this sometimes, because people do help, but they have to realize they do it on their own back. Not saying that you shouldn't help people. It's nice to help people, but know who you're helping. Now, where we have the next card, the Knight of Wands. Right, with the Knight of Wands, right, I see departure, I see challenges and being unsure of certain commitments, issues with your feelings, and escaping difficulties. So this is you departing from friendships. Maybe certain friendships you've actually had a big argument with certain people because of the issues that you're not committed to, because you have commitment issues. It could be committing to the debts that you owe people, feeling like you have to escape these difficulties, like walk away from them, cause a drama, cause breakups, just so you don't have to owe people this money. And it's not that you don't want to pay, it's just that you can't actually pay. If you had enough money in the world, you would have paid those people. But you expect people to have your back. That's the problem. But it's not nice to be like that, because what happens, someone ends up falling short. But it's not your fault, is it really, Pisces? If someone goes and helps you, they should know how you are as a person, that sometimes you just can't afford to pay them back. That's why you borrowed in the first place, because you couldn't afford to pay the original people or whoever it was the first time round. So how would they expect you to pay them back when you don't have the finances to do it? And that's how you look at things, from that perspective. But other people don't look at it like that. They look at it that they've done you a favor, you do them back. It's not always possible though, is it? It's not just Pisces. Many people go through the same situation. They borrow money they can't afford to pay back. At first, maybe they did thought they could do it, but they can't, because initially the finances did look all right to a certain point when they thought they were going to get the money, and then when they got the money, it wasn't enough. Anyway, we have the Page of Pentacles. It says fresh opportunities, job and responsibilities, tackling challenges with confidence and not worrying about consequences. Now let's go back to the Knight of Wands first. Right, you got transformation. You're going to transform things by walking away from certain individuals, so you don't have to, help them out financially. You have the engagement ring, which doesn't necessarily mean getting married or engaged. It means you either want to engage with certain people or you don't. So you may actually stop having conversations with these people and not engage with them anymore, because you have enough of them keep badgering you about this money that you owe. The partnerships you had may come to an end, or you may actually get closer and explain and sit down why you haven't got the finances to help them. So it can eliminate those reasons, and they might say to you, okay, we'll leave it to when you can afford it. And that's kind of the commitment that you're going to make with those particular people. Now, like I said, with the Page of Pentacles, like I was saying, fresh opportunities, responsibilities in the new job, which you're going to advocate to tackling challenges. You're going to be good at tackling these challenges with confidence, not worrying about the consequences of the actions that you may take to do it. Now, if there are certain individuals, like maybe a partner that you owe money to, you're going to do what you can to give back the money, because you do not want to damage that relationship with that person. Maybe the engagement could be that you're in a relationship with this person, not necessarily engaged, and you don't want to damage that relationship because that person's always had your back. Now, there's a Shadow of Treasures. That's the card I have now. The Shadow of Treasures could signify there is money that's coming to you that you can help to pay some of these people back. Now, this is why you have to transform your ways of being, that you need to pay back the people that's been there for you, because some of those people are people that you need to rely again in the future. You may not realize it now, but you will. Now, you have the Heart with a Key. It welcomes love, meeting the one, opening your heart and getting together. Perfect. So basically, you're going to meet up with certain individuals, or maybe the closest one to you, the person that you're in a relationship with. You're probably going to meet up and go out for dinner and sit down and have a little talk together, right? Because you need that right now, because you've been under a lot of stress. You need to escape all the issues that you've been going through, because it's been causing you too much stress at the moment. Now, we have, on the scale to 1 to 10, you're completely and definitely not a person to be on public display when there's issues going on. You like to keep it low key. You'd like to describe your moment in life to be felt very lonely at times and unloved, because you feel unloved sometimes, but sometimes you describe something as being life is right for you and it's not right for you right now, but it can be right for you at times. So you like to escape from things and run away. You like to be confronted, but not confronted head on. You like to be sat down and spoken to and understood, because sometimes it's hard to understand you and where you're coming from. Your biggest point in relationships is that you don't know if you should stick with it or walk away. But in this case, the relationships you're in with this person, you want to stick with it because this person's had your back and supported you, and you don't want to damage your relationships with certain friends. Some friends, you've walked away from them because you couldn't stand the argument, but you need to try and work this situation out and find a good resolution to these things, because some of your ways are not really good. That's why you need to transform some of the ways that you have. You're not saying to change your personality, but you've got to be a bit more bending to certain people's needs too. Because as you get older, you're starting to realize you're going to lose a lot of friends that's been there and had your back, and you won't be able to rely on them ever again. But you see, Pisces, this was your reading, and it may or may not resonate with you. Some parts might, And you take care. Don't forget there's a subscribe button at the bottom of this reading. Just press the subscribe button and you will get your regular updates. And there's a like button as well. And you can make your comments underneath this reading, whether it resonated or not, or you can give me a question that you'd like me to answer in the next reading for you. So have a fabulous weekend and you take care. All right, stay blessed.